Hi everyone, I'm FM Greeno and welcome along to day 5 of Help Will Come Tomorrow. This is a survival type game where the 4 survivors you see sat around the campfire here have escaped from a train wreck caused by local rebels blowing up the train, and they're hiding out in the forest trying to survive until help arrives. As you can see, they've started to build this little camp up a little bit. There's lots to do today though, so let's get into it. So as you can see, the snow is falling a bit harder today. That's helped with the camp visibility. That's come down a bit, so we're going to be able to bump the fire up a little bit, I think. We've got a lot of stuff to do over on this left-hand side to keep people happy. So we can see young Sergey here. This little icon down in the bottom left shows his morale is kind of dangerously low. So we poisoned him by giving him soup made out of poisoned mushrooms yesterday. He's very, very tired and hungry, so we need to sort him out a little bit. Poor fellow is really struggling. Here we have Sir Edward Grey. He's exhausted, thirsty, and has a big hunger. And Dimitri here, well, there's all sorts going on with him. He's very thirsty, with a big hunger. He's got a twisted ankle. He's starting to get tired, and he has a hand wound. Maria here is exhausted. Well, we know she gets tired very easily, so that's no surprise. She is also thirsty and hungry. Now, overnight, our quarantine point got covered in snow, so one thing we definitely need to take care of is getting the snow off of there. So we'll do that first. We're going to remove the snowbank. We're going to send Dimitri up here to do this. So he's taken care of that fairly simply, no problems at all. And we are going to have to go out on an expedition today. We really need to try and patch this guy up, but we need some material to be able to do it. And that's one thing we're sadly lacking right now. Now, we don't have any water at the moment, so we're going to have to get someone to come down and filter some of that. So I think maybe Maria can come down and do that. And then we'll also ask her to do some cooking, I think. So she seems to be fairly useful at these little tasks around the camp. So if she comes down here, Maria, filter some water. There we go. Now, while she's here, we're going to get her to cook some food as well. Now, we did pick up some eggs. Oh, we don't have any lard to make scrambled eggs. So, okay, so we can't use that. So maybe we're going to end up having to make some more soup. We do have some more mushrooms, I think. We've got delicious soup. How's that? So in vegetables, we can use the beans that we've had from the start. Put some herb in. We can use mushroom as a herb. That sounds pretty good. So let's cook that up. Oh, the fire level is too low. Always with the fire. Right, let's put a pine cone on there and let's try this again. Come on, Maria. Come down to the fireplace. Here you are. You're going to make some delicious soup. We're going to stick that mushroom back in there. We're going to stick the beans in there. And we're going to cook it up. That's, again, affected her fatigue levels a little bit, but she has made some nice soup by the looks of it. So who's the hungriest? Edward Grey and Dimitri certainly are, so they can have some of that. There we go. That's completely taken his hunger away. That's really good. So that's worth knowing. And the same here for Dimitri. So that was really good. Now, who's the hungriest out of these two? Actually, do you know what? Sorry, Maria, but I'm going to give it to Sergey. I think it will improve his morale a little bit to have a nice bowl of soup. It certainly has done. It's taken away that little flashing icon down in the bottom. So what can you have instead, Maria? Let's see what we can find you. I'm sorry, but you might just have to eat some mushrooms. Well, it's helped with your hunger, so that's good. So do we have anybody with any hunger at all now? We don't. Now, Maria is thirsty, but we just used all the water that we had. So we are going to need to filter some more water. So I think we'll probably ask Dimitri to come and do this. He doesn't really like doing menial tasks around the camp. He'd rather be building structures and that sort of thing. But unfortunately, we don't have the material to do that right now. So there we are. So that's got a little bit of water. So Maria, you can have a little drink. There we go. That's taken care of that. So basically everyone's hunger, everyone's thirst taken care of. We do still have a bunch of other things that we need to deal with. The exhaustion is a real problem. We do need to get this shelter built at some point. And of course, we need to sort out Dimitri. There's various ailments up here. So I think what we need to do is to send another expedition out looking for, in particular, material, I think. That's what we really need here for the shelter area, is some material. And up here, if we look at the quarantine point, sort of actions that we need to take to sort Dimitri out. A wound dressing, well, that needs material. Medicines, so a bandage or the limb brace that we need for his dodgy ankle, all needs material. So that's what we're on the hunt for today. So let's get the expedition up and running. As usual, we are going to send... Oh, there's the gun thing that we need to look at as well. Maybe heading down in that direction's not a bad shout then. It is risky, mind. Okay, well, we'll have a think about that. We'll see what else we can do around here. So these guys are going to go out on their expedition. Now, these two areas down here were pretty good for finding canvas, if I remember rightly. We don't have anywhere else that we've found any material. So I think maybe we will come down this way. But this area says it's risky, so that's not so good. Let's come down in this direction. Let's hope we can find some material down here. And we haven't. So we found cones, needles, bugs, cigarettes, and some scrap metal. So we'll take all of that. That's deadly there. This is risky. Do we take a chance? Well, maybe we can just search here again. Actually, let's have another search here. See if any canvas pops up. It does. Okay, perfect. That's great. So we definitely are happy with that. I don't really want to come here where it's risky. But yeah, these other areas are pretty uninspiring. Maybe we'll come up and have a look in one of these unknown zones for now. So we'll have a quick search while we're here. Hopefully it won't use any action points in doing so. It did use one of Sir Edward Grey's. Nothing too exciting in amongst that little lot. Some stones, they're always useful. And let's have a look up one of these directions, shall we? See what we can find here. So we're in a glade with berries. Okay. Well, berries are always nice if we can find some of them. We found a lot of them. Okay, that's good. Take all of that. But you know what? I think that's probably enough. I think I'd rather save these action points and return to the camp, because we might be able to use these guys to do something in the camp as well. So we've only got 3 action points left. We could do with filtering some water as well. And I definitely want to do something to sort him out if we can. So let's come up here. Maybe we'll get the limb brace going. So if we send him up here, we have material. We can create this, and will it automatically land on him? I don't know. Let's see. He's built it. Of course, he's quite good at building stuff. So, okay. Does he have that on automatically then? Let's have a little look. I can't see it on him. Maybe we just drag it up onto him. There we go. Okay, so we can see he's got his leg brace on now. So that's taken away one of the issues he's got. We still have the hand wound that we need to deal with. Now, Sergei, can we give you something to help with that poisoning? Again, I'm not sure what we've got here. We can actually do this. Not sure. Antidote. Okay, so we need 2 water. Oh, we've got 2 water. We only need 1. Okay, so maybe if you come up here, you can prepare this, and we can give it to you, and then you'll be a happy little boy as well. Excellent. So let's see if we can find where that is. Is that going to be in amongst here somewhere? No, that's not the foody stuff. There we are. Antidote. Tincture removing toxins from the body. So if we pass that over to young Sergei, we've cured his poisoning. Okay, this quarantine point is going great guns at the moment. Now, so tomorrow maybe we can come over and build this shelter. We've got a bit more action points. We might need, we need some more canvas, so we're going to have to go out on another expedition to look for that. But we're getting close to it, which is encouraging. So, what are we going to do now? I think probably the best thing is to try and filter some water. I don't think we've got any for the morning here already. Maybe we can... For the ones who are low on morale, if we give them some smokes and a bit more food... Is she hungry at all? I mean, a little bit, so... Let's just see how this works, actually. So, look, Maria, her morale is 35, and her hunger is 19, okay? So we'll give her some berries, and see what impact that makes. So her morale went up to 39, and her hunger has gone down to 9. So that really did help with her morale. So maybe the ones who are low on morale, like Sergei, he's not hungry at all, but do we just give him some berries to perk him up? I think we have some cigarettes as well. Maybe that's helping him out. What about the others? The morale of Sir Edward Grey is phenomenal. Same with Dimitri there. So it's just these two. So maybe, come on, Maria, have a little smoke by the fire. So that's put your morale up to 44. The higher we can get their morale, the better chance we have of getting enough action points tomorrow. So we've got one last action point to use up. So I think as we normally do in that situation, we'll get someone to come down, filter some water so we've got some for the morning. Good thing about that, if we've got enough water kicking around, we certainly seem to have enough bits and bobs of food around. Maria can come and cook some breakfast, so I'd really like to find some lard, though, before this egg runs out of date. We might have to give them just raw egg otherwise, and that's not as good as scrambled egg, is it? Let's be honest. I think for now, we've done pretty much everything that we can. So let's get through into the night time, and we'll see what the guys have to say to each other. Okay, so we have 5 topics here to talk about. We have 2 about Sergei, demons from the past, let's wait for the patrol, and water under the bridge. Now, we want to be a little bit careful. We don't want to do anything that upsets these 2 guys, Maria and Sergei. But sometimes the conversations do actually improve their morale. So let's see what the interrogation of Sergei comes up with. What corps did you serve in, soldier? Does it matter? Fate has made us allies. I'd rather know if you beat the Germans or if they beat you. So you lie so Dimitri has a better opinion of you, or tell the truth? Telling the truth is always the best option, isn't it? In the 4th Siberian, in the 8th Army. Well, so you were even on the offensive in Galicia. You could say that. Are you sure? So tell about it, let him know how it was, or you don't want to talk about it. No, we'll tell him about it. It wasn't an offensive, just as it wasn't an army. The officers packed whatever they could and escaped, and they sent us forward without equipment and support. Oh, his morale's gone down. You didn't want that. Our own artillery cut off our way back. The enemy did not even have to shoot. They only set bayonets and counted corpses. And people like you were sitting in Petersburg and sending telegrams. Forward. To Galush. To Bolekiv. Doesn't know what to say to that, does he, Dimitri? I'm sorry, son. Okay, well, they seem to have bonded a little bit better over that, so that's something. So what are we going to have here? Maria's dream, let's wait for the patrol, eat or be eaten, Sergei's paranoia, well, we're not going to try and upset him anymore, or Dimitri's discipline. Let's go for eat or be eaten. Hey, I know it's easy to close the stable door after the horse is bolted, but I'm still wondering what would happen if we had resisted bandits in an organized way, as early as in the moment of disaster. They massacred half of the soldiers' unit. Going on vacation and tired of travelling, recently wounded soldiers. And so, if we warned, armed them in time, So grandmother would be a grandfather if she had, or it's better to think what we can do now. Yeah, let's look forward, not backwards. Instead of speculating, it's better to think what we can do now. Oh, and that's what I like, boy. You finally talk like a hunter, not like a game. Okay, well, he likes Sergei a bit better. I don't quite understand. This is a great test. Perhaps God or destiny put us in this situation to save the passengers on the next train from a similar fate. We will defeat the bandits for our own good, or for our own and the common good. We must prove stronger than these scruffs. It's easy for you to say that, but in the face of the enemy? I hunted tigers in Bengal, lions in Kenya, white bears in Canada. I survived because I always have considered myself only a hunter and nothing else. I have never wondered how these animals threaten us, but how I threaten them. He's a big brave boy, isn't he? Boy, if you're afraid, you're already a victim. Don't you trust my experience? Well, unfortunately, I won't listen to what hunters who failed think about it. Well, that didn't end quite so well, did it? Well, let's have a little look and see how the end of day summary pans out. People don't seem to like Sir Edward Grey anymore. He's a character I think people are supposed to grow to like him, but it's taken a while. 5 days in, and everyone seems to like him less every night. So let's have a look how we've done. Well, in terms of the morale, not too bad. Poor Sergei has lost 1 action point for tomorrow, but Maria has got up to 3. So that's not too bad. Let's go and see, make sure that nothing terrible has happened to the camp overnight. Okay, the quarantine point is under snow again. For some reason it only snows in the top right-hand corner of our camp. There we are. So there's going to be a lot of us for us to do on day 6. We'll come back for that in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I think we achieved a little bit. We've got the guys patched up a little bit more. The poisoning's gone. The limb brace is on for Dimitri. We just need to sort out his hand wound, which I think we'll be able to do today. If you have enjoyed it, please drop a like on there for me. And of course, if you've got any comments, I'd love to see them below. Any hints or tips you've got if you've played this game, anything you've spotted watching the episodes, or anything you'd like to try, drop it in the comments section. And of course, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Come and hop on the Greeno bus. There is plenty of room for you all. It just remains for me to thank you for watching, and I will see you soon for episode 6, day 6 of Help Will Come Tomorrow. Bye for now.